Alright, hey YouTube, Mr. ICP back again with another video. Same day. Um, here to talk to you about what you should have in your car in case it breaks down. Because I've been I've been in a car when it broke down in Hawaii, because that's where I was from. And my friend lived on a farm, and from it's private properties, and it's a long way from the gate that separates private property from open property. So here's private property right here, and you have to go from here, like I don't know, like maybe 4 miles, 5 miles, hike all the way up this mountain to this farm. And their car broke down in the dark, and there are boars out there. And yeah, if you think it's funny that someone's stuck in the dark with boars because they're just pigs, they're just pigs. Oh, they're not scary. Boars are vicious if they have a reason to protect something, if they have to protect their young, their land, or some other thing that they have that they feel protective over or feel ownership of. You should stay away from them because boars will literally rip you into pieces. It's not it's not a lie, it's true. If you've never if you don't believe it, there's a bunch of things that you can watch. I mean, Old Yeller, that movie had a kid who was going to get attacked by boars, or he was getting attacked by boars, and then Old Yeller, he jumped in and tried to save the kid, and he got his ass kicked because they have these like things right here, so they don't even really have to open their mouth. They just swing their heads at you, and they hook these teeth in your skin, and they're really vicious. They'll shove their face into your body and like wiggle their head, and their teeth will get inside your skin and rip it up. And so yeah, we were all scared shitless. And it was the whole family, which is like, my God, I don't even remember how many kids they have. There's a lot of people there with us, and including two babies and three little kids and there was, I think, a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. That was my friend, and me, and his dad and mom, and the two babies, and the three other younger kids. So we were all scared shitless because there was no one that could really pick us up because it was kind of halfway through, and halfway is kind of the mark point where the boars live, because there's a lot of banana trees over there, and they love bananas. They go bananas for bananas. But anyways, we didn't really know what to do, whether we should have stayed in the car and waited for another farmer to drive by, or if we should have got out and walked, because it was dark. We didn't know what the hell to do. And we didn't have this in the car. This is a flare. I did not purchase this. My mom purchased this. You can find this almost anywhere. Well, not anywhere. You can find this at like Fred Meyer's or some auto place. Some places that do auto repair and stuff like that sell these. But yeah, so you should always have a flashlight. Pretend this is a flashlight. A flare. Let's pretend this is a flare. This really is a flare. It's got this little thing you're supposed to rub on the top, and this is an Orion. I don't know. It's a flare, because if you break down in the dark and there's no street lights and barely any cars go down that road, you can be screwed if they don't see your car. So you may want to put this near your car somewhere. So you should always have this in your car. You should always, always, always keep a phone with you. It's a good idea to have one. If you crash, you can call someone. Technology, and we love it. You should always have a knife or multi-tool, which I showed in the last video that I made. I don't have everything set up right now because most of the stuff I'm going to talk about I don't have. Um, but yeah, well, actually, those are some of the biggest things you should have. Flare, some sort of light source to make sure cars don't hit your car. Light source for you to walk around and see with. Something you can call someone with. Something you can protect yourself with. Something you can fix your car with. Well, I doubt this will fix anything, but something that can become very useful. You should always keep those flint flint things in your car. Like there's God, I don't remember what they're called, but I know that they like good or not good. Well, uh, Sports Authority, Big Five, GI Joe already closed down. But a lot of sporting good places, they'll sell these little flint things, and it's like a little cube, little square, and you pull off shavings, like you shave shavings off of, I don't remember what it is. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for this video, I'm just bored. And you take a knife or something like a multi-tool, and you strike the flint with it, and usually you'll want to use like a file, and it'll shoot out little sparks that can start a fire pretty fast. Actually, it kind of surprised me on how well it worked. You should. I I heard a lot of people say you should always keep a fire hydrant. I mean, what the hell am I saying? Fire hydrant, fire extinguisher. I'm sorry. In your car, but honestly, where the hell are you supposed to put that? I mean, where you can reach it, unless you're in some like Jeep or Humvee. Um, but yeah, you should always keep liquids in your car. I know that may sound kind of stupid because you may not always want to keep water or water bottles in your car, but that could help if you had to stay in the car. Now, I know no way in hell anyone's gonna leave food in their car because everyone's gonna be like, it's just gonna get all old and it's gonna smell, stink up the car. But if you really do want to be safe, you should keep some MREs in your car. The way I'm saying this actually makes it sound like you're going camping, but you should also keep a blanket inside there. Uh, and yeah, that's pretty. Oh, and first aid kit too. If you're to get into a car crash or accident or something happens, you can stay safe for a while. And another thing for all of you people who don't know or have never like actually left or gone into an area where no matter what service you have, there's no connection at all. Um, I have T-Mobile. Um, like everyone that I know who has different types of services that has gone to Bend, when you go through the mountains, there's like no connection. There's no phone connection at all. Um, but for anyone who's worried about that, don't worry. No matter what service you have, you should always, going through mountain, so like Bend and stuff, you should always have the emergency line. Like if you try and call someone, they'll usually say emergency calls only. If you hit that, which I didn't know what it did, it said calling 911, and I flipped out and I pressed the hang up button before it started ringing. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh shit, and I hung up. But if it ever says emergency calls only, never ever use that unless it's a real emergency call. I thought it was just like, oh, you need to talk to someone really quick, or like a second. I didn't know, so learn from my mistakes. Don't ever hit emergency calls only unless it's a real emergency. I know that may sound stupid, but it's a long drive. I was bored. I wanted to talk to someone, so I hit that. But yeah, that's pretty much what you're gonna need in your car for survival if you crash or something happens. Or if by chance you happen to be in Manuili in Hawaii and get stuck halfway to the farms, you will know that this will help a lot. This will definitely help a lot. Well, I don't know. Pigs, like I said, boars are vicious. I don't know if you'll, and their skin is really rough too. Actually, while I was over there, a little story. While I was over there, damn it, there's a boar that kept coming through the farm and eating all the crops. And my friend's dad got really pissed. So one night he decided to stay up all night with a rifle, sitting outside the tents in a chair with a red light so they couldn't see him, and just sit there all night waiting for it to come by and eat some. And he saw it and he shot it, I think, 2 or 4 times before it died. I don't know how, but I guess I slept through it. Even though he was right outside our tent, I actually slept through 4 gunshots. Next morning I woke up and I didn't know what happened. No one told me. Everyone was already up, and they decided to let me sleep. So they all were back at their house up on top of the little hill. And so I got out of the tent and I walked up to the little house, and I saw the hunters in their truck, and I saw blood dripping down the back. I was like, what the hell's that about? So I went inside the house and I asked, why is there blood dripping out of the dude's truck? And they're all like, oh, you shot the pig last night, yeah, and you slept through it. I was like, how the hell do you sleep through a gunshot? But I guess that's happened a few times with me before. I don't know, but that's what I heard. So yeah, also make sure you can wake up to noises that are really freaking loud that could make you go deaf, because if you don't wake up to that, something's wrong with you. Don't worry, I've trained myself how to wake up to a lot of different things now. But yeah, that's the essentials. Well, some essentials, not all of them. That's some essentials you should have when you are going on a trip, a long trip, far away, or just keeping your car just because. But yeah, thanks for watching. I have no clue how many more videos I'm going to be doing tonight. If you see any more of me wearing this same shirt, that probably means it's the same video, or not same video, same night. But yeah, I'm running on 12 minutes, I'm sorry, I mumbled, or rambled a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching, rate, comment, subscribe, and look out for my other videos. Thanks, have a great evening.